For the second year in a row, the Seattle Storm Bears made the postseason, and for the second year in a row, we got the Vancouver Canucks in round number 1.
I'm coming straight out of Compton.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the playoffs. Here we go. We got the Canucks in round number 1 for the second straight year. So we beat them in the first round, and then we moved on to Vegas, and that could happen with this year as well. The Vegas Golden Knights have the Anaheim Ducks in their first round, so if they get past the Ducks and we get past the Canucks, you could see a repeat of last year's playoffs. I would love to get my revenge on our expansion brothers there in Las Vegas. And then going on to the other side of the West, you got Dallas and you got the Calgary Flames. Now I want to touch on something for the Dallas Stars. A comment here from Okinawa Lucas. He says Dallas top line had 332 points combined. Let that sink in. That is nuts. I'd like to avoid them at all costs. How about Calgary does everyone a favor and takes them out of the first round? That's all I want, all right? And then you got Nashville and you got UC Partanen versus Lawson Krause. All right, so you got a couple of ex-teammates going on there. And then going over to the East, you got Florida, you got Tampa Bay, you got the Bruins, the Sens, the Flyers, and the Maple Leafs. And then you got the two-time Stanley Cup champion Phil the Thrill versus Matt Barzal and the New York Islanders. Now, do we make the postseason? We're looking for Tucson. I guess we didn't. Okay, so we missed the postseason in the AHL. It's all good. No worries. Let's have a look at the Vancouver Canucks. Let's have a look at our roster, and then we will get on into the first round. So our first line we haven't touched basically since day one. Since they've clicked, they have been so good for us, and we've relied on them a lot. So I'm hoping that they could come through in the postseason again, but I'm looking for some big secondary scoring from guys like Nick Schmaltz. Now, we traded for him. He had a good year the first year coming over from Chicago, and then he really struggled in his sophomore year with the Storm Bears. So hopefully he has a really good postseason. He had pretty decent numbers last year, 6 points in 10 games, but 35 points on the second line, that's a big question mark for me. At 4.6 for 3 years, you got to step it up, buddy, big time. Ilya Kovalchuk, we got him for some secondary scoring, and he did exactly that. 22 goals, 56 points. Now, we ended up moving Brady Tkachuk up to the second line. Brady Tkachuk had a pretty good year for us. He had 20 goals in his sophomore campaign, so I think getting top 6 minutes is very well deserved. I saw some comments saying that Brady Tkachuk is a bust. What? How is he a bust? Come on, that is not even fair at all. Then we got Pierlini, Dvorak, Dalcol, so a line that can really score, which would be so nice if we can get some goal support from our bottom 6. I know Ty Ronning's going to be putting the puck in the net. The guy made the team out of camp. He's got 99 speed. He's flying out there. We've got Ryan McInnes and Duke Rodney. Defensively, OEL, Chikrin, Dante Fabro, Josh Morrissey, Gabriel Carlson, and Travis Sanheim. Now, the great debate, all right, here it is. Dante Fabro versus UC Partanen. Who's a better player? Storm Bears polls on Twitter put it out, and 36 votes. Wasn't a whole lot of action there, but 69%. Nice. They said Dante Fabro is going to be the better player. I guess who is the better player, or who is going to be the better player? I don't know, man. Dante Fabro seems much better, well-rounded. I think the people who are like, oh, you're an idiot for trading UC Partanen, blah, 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 I don't think they're going to be around much longer, because Dante Fabro is really coming into his own. I'm hoping he's going to be 82, 80, maybe even 84 overall come next year. Now, in the cage, you guys already know who it is. Big Mac, Franklin McKenzie. He's going to come through here for a big, big playoff run. He was the backup in the postseason last year. He got the one game against the Golden Knights, which was actually the elimination game. So he got a taste of what the postseason's like, but now he's the starter. He had a great year for us, and I think he's going to do awesome in the postseason. The Brazilian Butterfly, Frank the Tank. Okay, let's have a look at the Vancouver Canucks. Now, I remember they were very well-rounded, and it looks like they are the exact same. Nikolai Goldobin, Elias Pettersson, and Brock Besser. So I think we have a better first line. I mean, we have 3 90s, they have 2, plus we have a 93. So I'm going to say the first line probably goes to us, but Brock Besser and Elias Pettersson, that is scary. Then they got Sven Berchi, Bo Horvat, and Jake Virtanen. Now, Their overalls are definitely better. Their second line is by far the way better second line. A 90 overall Bo Horvat on the second line, that is center depth at its best. Our third line is pretty even. I mean, we got Del Cole, and then we got Pierlini, and then we also got an 83 overall Christian Dvorak in the middle. So I think it's a very even third line. Fourth line is much better. They got Chris Tierney, Ryan Dzingel, and Reed Boucher. They have the grit. They have guys like Chris Tierney and guys like Ryan Dzingel. I think that's kind of where we lack. We have a lot of people who can score, but I just don't think we have that bottom six grit. You know, like the Brendan Leipzigs of the world. I would love to get this guy. Maybe like a Chris Tierney or a Ryan Dzingel. I think all of those guys would be so good to have on our bottom six. So looking towards the future, I want to get more grindy. I want to get more grit there in our bottom six. Defensively, I think the nod probably goes to us in our top four, but their bottom two is probably a better shutdown pairing with Hickey and Brendan Dillon, but still a very nice defensive core. And I think it's Thatcher Demko. Yeah, 89 overall. So I'm going to give the goaltending nod to them, but you know what? We've been in this position before. We've played the Canucks. We've beat the Canucks, but they had a very good record this year. So just want to make sure that the sliders are all correct because I do not want to go into overtime, then go into a shootout in the playoffs. That made no sense. So we're all good here. Injuries are on, and we're back to NHL rules. That was a disaster last time. Let's go. So Vancouver has home ice advantage. After our game against Winnipeg, the boys didn't want to fly. They took a bus. They took a bus all the way up to Vancouver. It's not a crazy drive, but they wanted to get the team bond going on the bus, and we have landed in Vancouver. We're here. We're ready to go. The drive was short, so we're very well rested. Let's go. Game number 1 against the Vancouver Canucks for the second straight year, and Jake Virtanen scores on the first shot. Big Mac, buddy, come on, I need you here. This cannot be a sign of things to come. Let's get one. Let's even this hockey game up. First period. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. That really sucks. Letting the first goal in on the first shot in the playoffs, it's not great. Not a great start. Morale is down right now. We need a big goal here. Agent C, I'm getting my phone out, dialing 1-800 C. Second period. No, we're still down. We cannot beat Thatcher Demko. He is the man, if you didn't know. There you go, Agent C. He didn't pick up my call right away, but he eventually answers, and OEL comes right back. 2 quick goals. There you go, Agent C and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. 29-26 are the shots. All right, we got a lead here. Wouldn't mind getting an empty netter because they have guys like Brock Besser who can come through and tie up a hockey game. So we're going into overtime. All right, let's go. Here we go in Rogers Arena. Let's go. We got the broadcast camera this time, changing it up, going real TV style. Let's see if we can end this one early. Oliver Ekman-Larsson to Chikrin with the shot. He actually ended up kicking the Canucks out of the playoffs last year with the overtime goal. So maybe he's got their number here. But Elias Pettersson takes a shot, and Big Mac equal to the task. Oh my God, Goldobin. Honestly, I wasn't even going to commentate over that because I didn't think that one was going in. Oh, it just squeaked past Frank the Tank. Oh, Big Mac, buddy, we need you. We need you in a situation like this. That was a weird one. Look at those jerseys. Damn, those are nice. But that was a weird one. You see here, Hutton got it over to Goldobin, and it just squeaked through. Maybe a bit of goaltender interference there. See the replay. Oh, I don't know, man. Pettersson, he was right in his crease. I wish we could go talk to the war room in Toronto about that one, but we dropped game number 1. That hurts. I think allowing the first goal in that game really just deflated the morale. The guys were just always playing catch up. We eventually had the lead, and then I don't know if it's Frank the Tank. I don't know what happened there, but we fell apart, and unfortunately Brock Besser tied the game late, and then we lost it in overtime. So let's get this one done in regulation, boys. Oh my God, 7 goals in the first period. What the hell? Okay, so Reed Boucher, Brendan Leipzig, Bo Horvat, and Olu Levy scored for them. We're down by 1, but Clayton Keller, Agent C, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson score for us. So no one was shy to score in that period. Holy. It's going into the second. Okay, no one wants to score this time. 7 goals in the first, and no one wants to put any pucks in the net in the second. Big power play, big power play. Come on, Schmaltz. I need one from you, buddy. I need one. Maybe Tyroning on the 4th line. Come on, Ryan McInnes, maybe someone else on the defense aside from OEL. He's got goals in back-to-back. We're trailing once again. Come on, guys. Come on. You got this. Brady Tkachuk, big goal, big goal. I think I got to get my phone out here. 1-800-AGENT-C with a minute left. Nope, that hurts. All right, so we're down 2-0 here. The first period was wild, and there wasn't a goal for the rest of the game. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going back home here. It's all good. I'm going to go best lines. Agent C's leading the way, 4 points in 2 games. Again, he can't really do much else. He's been carrying the team forever. I think the only change was Pierlini up there, so I guess whatever. Try to change it up a little bit. Dante Fabro going down there. Sure, best lines, whatever the coach says. John Scott, you're the coach. You know best, buddy. You know best. Hopefully those are the right moves because we're going back home to the Starbucks Center. Seattle, let's go. First period. There you go. Brady Tkachuk moves down to the third line, gets one, and just rips it past Thatcher Demko. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. All right, going into the second period. Can we come out of this with the lead? Please. No. Jonathan Deline, third line center, scores on us, tying the game up at 1. Come on, guys. You got this. You got this. I feel it. I feel it. We need a goal here, and I don't want to rely on our big guns, but I may need to call them up on the power play. No, they kill it off. All right, might be going into overtime again here. 4 minutes left. 27-33 are the shots. Looks like we're headed into overtime for the second time in this series. It's been very, very close. So far, every single game has been a 1-goal game. Come on, guys. We need a big victory here. The Starbucks Center is popping right now. It is so loud. We want a win. We need to get back into this series in a big way. Agent C doing it all on his own. Rip a shot, but he scores! Agent C wastes no time at all. Number 32 on the ice. Number 1 in our hearts. He scores a huge goal. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Just rips it. Taking advice from Brock Besser, just grip it and rip it. That was like less than a minute into overtime. He was like, yeah, no one to pass to. The defense is pinching. All right, Ben Hutton, see you later. Up over Thatcher Demko. What a goal. Agent C gets us back into this series. What a snipe. Number 32, what a beauty. This has been a very, very close series here. Very close. Every game has been a 1-goal game. This one could have went into overtime too if we would have pushed late. But Agent C gets us a huge, huge goal there in game 3 of round number 1. Come on, guys. We're riding a high right now. Let's go. Let's come out flying in the first period. I want to see 2 goals. All right, we got 2. Perfect. That's all I asked for. Clayton Keller and Dylan Strome. Again, our first line. I need something from our second line. Come on, Kovalchuk, buddy. I need something. Jake Virtanen. Looks like he scored on the first shot again. 19 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first. And then we came back about a minute later and scored with Strome. And then Clayton Keller puts us on top going into the second. All right, Ryan McInnes, 4th liner. There you go. Finally, our first line doesn't score. We get some other production, which is really nice, actually. But Bo Horvat comes through and scores, cuts the lead to 1. We need a big one here, boys. We need a big one. Brady Tkachuk, there you go, gets his second goal of the postseason. It's a big one, putting us up 4-2 with 6 minutes left. We seem to be unbeatable on our home ice. I don't know what it is. We love playing in the Starbucks Center. Maybe it's because we got free Starbucks before the game. The guys are all hopped up on coffee. We're flying out there, and Josh Morrissey has been injured with a mild concussion. April 29th. Ouch. Dante Fabro, this is your time to shine. Yeah, so definitely Josh Morrissey is done for this entire series, potentially the first couple games of the next round as well, but we're all tied up at 2 here. I gotta edit up the lines. Agent C's got 7 points in 4 games, all as advertised. So the only thing we have to change here is now Dante Fabro's getting that top 4 minutes. I'm actually gonna put him on the top line with OEL, all right? Let's go, let's just do it. Give the young kid some minutes. I'm doing it. Good luck, Dante Fabro. Injuries happen in hockey, and people got to step up. This is your time to shine. Chychrun and Travis Sanheim, there you go, and then Felipe Myers and Gabriel Carlson. So we're all good. We've won 2 straight. We're feeling awesome right now. Going back to Vancouver, we really, really need to find a way to win in front of the Vancouver fans. We need to find a way to do it. I know a lot of people from Seattle are making the road trip up. A lot of people are doing it. It took over 2 hours just to get through the border. All the Seattle fans coming up to Vancouver. We need a big win here. Come on, boys. Let's go. Again, I want to see 2 in the first, and that's all I want. Start things off slow. First period. Okay, that's not what I wanted at all. It's the exact opposite of what I wanted. Why are those guys so close to the net? We need some bruisers, man. We need to get mean. We need someone to get in there and get those guys away from Frank the Tank. Clayton Keller on Thatcher Demko. He scores our first line again. Lind, Besser, and Besser. Come on, guys. We're trailing from behind here. We need a big second period. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Agent C, Christian Dvorak, and Ilya Kovalchuk finds the score sheet for the first time in the playoffs. There you go, Ilya Kovalchuk. That second period was huge. We have all the momentum in the world right now. We're up by 1. Again, every time I say we're up by 1 or I want an insurance marker, they end up scoring. Tie it up with 10 minutes left. Come on, guys. We're out shooting them, but Thatcher Demko is playing out of his mind right now after a shaky second period. Are we going to overtime again? The answer is yes. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Game number 5, a very important game. This is going to be the TSN turning point. This overtime is so important. Please do not fall apart here. Come on, we need a miracle. We need a big one. Get him out of there. Cover that puck, Frank the Tank. We need to get mean. We need to get those guys away from Big Mac. We cannot have guys up in our goalie's face. OEL, what are you doing? Come on, guys. We got to end this one. Here comes Nikolai Goldobin, the Game 2 OT hero. No one's touching him. What are you doing, defense? Oh my god, who is 25? Is that Dante Fabro? Why are you so bad at defense? What are you doing? OEL again with the dangles. There you go, Chikrin, he's doing it right. He's forcing him to take the shot. Frank the Tank was going to see that all day. That was perfect defensive play. Top 10 in points, Agent C, Strome, and OEL. There you go, killing it. Oh, Duke Rodney to Ryan McInnes. Toe drags in front. Just finish, buddy. Yeah, don't go for the puck. Oh my god, this AI is ridiculous. Just stands in front of the net without the puck. What are you doing? And there it is. Of course. Of course. Of course. Brandon Leipzig comes down and scores right after Ryan McInnes just makes no effort whatsoever. And now we're down 3-2. Thanks. That is so infuriating. Next time we go into overtime, I'm not going to intervene because that is so ridiculous. That makes me so upset. All right, we got our backs up against the wall here. We're going back to Seattle. We've won both games there. Starting the game off on a power play. Again, I want to see 2 in the first. That's all I ask. Go do your thing, and we get 2. Perfect. Ask and you shall receive. Guess who made the team out of camp? All right, I'll give you 2 seconds to write it in the comments. Yes, you are right. The answer is Tyroning. Christian Dvorak scores as well. Going into the second period. All right, 3-0. Dylan Strome. There you go. Regardless of what happens here, I'm not going to intervene, even if we end up going to overtime, which I don't think we're going to because we are playing very well right now. We love playing in front of our home fans, but we got to find a way to win in Vancouver. All right, we got the job done tonight. That's good. Frank the Tank, Big Mac, Brazilian Butterfly, McKenzie comes through with a shutout in game number 6. And of course, Ilya Kovalchuk has been injured with a mild concussion. This is the worst news ever. So in the absence of Ilya Kovalchuk, we had to call up another Russian, and this is Ivan. I know this is not how you pronounce his name. I mistakenly did it in the first time that we ever drafted this guy, and I'm going to continue to do it. Korostelov. There you go. Ivan Korostelov. It's nowhere close, but we're doing it. He's Arbamov 2.0. All right, let's go here. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's just go into game number 7. We're battered. We're bruised. We know what's on the line here. Game number 7 in Vancouver, a place we have not won yet in the postseason. No, we can beat these guys. We beat them on the 3rd in their home arena. It was in overtime. I don't care how you get it done. Just do it. You know what I want in the first period. I want 2 goals, and that's that. All right, let's go. First period. All right, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. Duke Rodney and Brandon Pierlini. Maybe you just need to give the guys a bit of a goal. You know, I want 2 goals. That's all I want. Go do it. All right, let's go into the second period. I want to see 3 on the board, and I want to see them, you know, if they get 1, it's all good. If we have a 3-1 lead, I'm happy. Let's go going into the second. Okay, they tie it up. Not great. Brock Besser and Sven Berchi. All right, let's go. All right, Ryan Dzingel scores on the first shot. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. Now we're down by 1 with 17 minutes left in the third period. It's better than with 1 minute left. We've got some time to work with here. Come on, boys. Come through huge here. You need a big goal. I don't care. We've relied on Agent C, our first line, for the entirety of pretty much forever. Come on, buddy. I'm dialing up my phone, 1-800-AGENT C. I need a goal. I need something here. I need some shots. 27 shots. Big power play. Come on. This is what dreams are made of. You need to score here. And Ryan Dzingel gets his second of the third period, and that is all she wrote. Eliminated in round number 1. Ouch. That hurts, man. That really, really hurts. We lost Josh Morrissey, a top 4 defenseman. We lost a top 6 skater in Ilya Kovalchuk. And we made it to game number 7. I mean, our first line, again, they completely carried us as per usual. God, that's so frustrating. It seriously is. It's so frustrating. All right. Well, I mean, look at our first line, right? Keller, Ekman-Larsson, Strome, Agent C. Where the hell was everyone else? No one else had more than 3 points. Like, we cannot... Like, Nick Schmaltz, buddy. What? How are you not getting any points? You're getting power play time. You're getting top 6 minutes. Like, what is the deal here, man? 36 points combined for our top 4 players, and then the rest was just garbage. Everyone else sucked. That is not acceptable at all. Like, do we blow it up? Like, what the hell do we do? Frank the Tank, you can't blame him. He didn't play bad. It's just, I mean, we didn't really give him much to work with at all. That's so frustrating. Alright, I'm going to need some advice there in the comments. What the hell do we do in a situation like this? Our first line is sick, and then everything else seems to just not be working. I don't know what it is. I've never had a problem like this in franchise mode. I've had problems where our first line doesn't score, and we're getting production from, like, our bottom 6 guys. Like, what are we supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do in a situation like this? So we'll do a complete wrap-up after this. It looks like Dallas got rid of the Calgary Flames. And then we'll sim to the draft, see about who won the cup, all the awards. Josh Morrissey, you're back. That's great. Yeah, it's fine. That's just frustrating, man. Just straight up frustrating. The first line of the Dallas Stars gets it done. They scored 332 points in the regular season for one line, and they carried that all the way to the Stanley Cup final. And they took home their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. Detroit gets the first overall pick again. Wow, okay, so you're going to see Felix Pox get another really good player to play with there. Tampa Bay, oh my god, Minnesota, that sucks. They traded away what eventually became a lottery pick. Ouch. What I touched on the last episode is going in and seeing who players were traded for. I'd love to see who picks were traded for too. Like, who did they trade that pick that ended up being a lottery pick? Who was that for? I want to see stuff like that. So Henrik Zetterberg, Marian Gaborik, Justin Williams, Radim Verbata, Alex Steen, Ales Hemsky, Ryan Suter all call it quits. They tried to offer us Ryan Suter at the end of this year, and he just retires right after that. That would have been the worst trade ever. That's going to be it for players. And as for attendees who called it quits, Kari Lehtinen going out with the Washington Capitals, Chad Johnson, Curtis McElhenney, Justin Pogge, there you go, the World Junior goalie legend Justin Pogge, and then Nathan Lawson went 1-6 in his NHL career, so that's unfortunate. So it looks like the Stars only lost 4 times in the entire playoffs. They beat Calgary 4-2, they got rid of Nashville really easy in 5 games, got rid of the Knights in 5 games, and then they ended up sweeping Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov, all those guys in Tampa Bay. So that is very impressive. They are just so good. That is very scary. Let's see how they did points-wise, actually. Let's go hang out with the Dallas Stars here for a second. See what a real team looks like when they have players who know how to score on every single line. I'm sure they relied on their first line quite a bit, which, oh my god, did they ever. 32 points, holy shit. But guys like Valerie Nichushkin, Matt Duchene, guys came up, they scored, they were secondary scoring, but 32 points, that's absolutely insane. Oh my god. Okay, well, there you go. Who do they have in net? Ben Bishop still? Yeah, Ben Bishop gets a ring. There you go. Alex Stalock went 2-0. And there is your Stanley Cup champions. Let's go over all the awards here. So Dallas wins their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. Since we started this franchise mode, you got Boston, Edmonton, Boston, and then Dallas winning the Stanley Cup there. So the Presidents went to the Flyers, and then the Clarence obviously went to the Dallas Stars, and then Tampa Bay gets snubbed of their Stanley Cup. I've been waiting for them to win because they have such a good team. Art Ross went to Jamie Benn, Hart went to Jamie Benn, James Norris went to Brent Burns, a couple of Canadian boys taking home some hardware. Lady Bing went to Jamie Benn, Nick Suzuki wins the Calder, Sagan wins the Conn Smythe. Wow, the first non-goalie to win the Conn Smythe since Brad Marchand in 2018. Vezina went to Vasilevsky for the third time in 4 years. William M. Jennings went to Carter Hart, which is cool. Jamie Alexiak wins the Bill Masterton. The Patrice Bergeron trophy goes to Patrice Bergeron, or the Anze Kopitar trophy, depending. I don't know who's won it more times or not, but both of those guys, just the best defensive forwards in the entire game. Ted Lindsay went to Jamie Benn, and the Rocket went to Alex Ovechkin. So that's going to be it, guys. Very, very frustrated. We have a few options. Do we A, blow the team up? B, do we do whatever you guys say? I honestly don't know what to do because my only option right now is change everything up. Nick Schmaltz clearly isn't working out. We're not going to bring Kovalchuk back. What do we do? Like, is it our defense? Do we need some more grindy, some grit? Do we need to stop making big moves and go for smaller moves? Maybe make some moves for the bottom six, get guys like, for example, like a Yannick Hansen, you know, kind of the grindy forwards, Ryan Dzingel, players like that. Like you saw Ryan Dzingel, fourth line center, 82 overall, had 2 goals in the elimination game, including the game winner for the Canucks. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be up to you guys. We'll have a look at the contracts here, just so if you guys want to think about any trades. Here's everyone that we have to re-sign for this year. OEL, who's going to want at least $8 million. Michael Dal Cole, who's up to an 85, which is weird. I don't know why he was growing. He did nothing in the postseason. 32 points in the regular season. Kovalchuk, we're probably not going to bring back, or unless you guys convince me otherwise. Brandon Pierlini, Travis Sanheim, Dante Fabro's up to an 82. Ronning's up to an 80. Carlson, Krastelov, all these guys we got to re-sign, so a lot of our depth guys in the AHL, and then any goalies we got to give a contract to. Frank the Tank is still on his entry-level deal, so we got to re-sign Cam Talbot if we want to do that. I don't know what's going on. You guys need to let me know. I'm going to wait a few more days before posting the next video because I really need to figure this out. We're wasting valuable time right now. I mean, it's good that our players are still young. Like, I'm glad that we don't have a player who, you know, needs to get a cup ring in the next year or he's going to retire, because our guys are still young. We have time. I mean, we've lost a lot. I mean, the first 2 years we were one of the worst teams ever, and then, you know, back-to-back years in the postseason going into year number 4. OEL's kind of in his prime, so I'd like to get him a ring ASAP. Clayton Keller's just a kid. Agent C's just a kid. Strome is, I guess, kind of a vet at 24 years old. Michael Dal Cole's 25. Josh Morrissey's 26. So we have a young core. Obviously, our goalie is like 19 years old. We got lots of time here, lots of time. But I like how we're moving so quick. I like how we're already into year number 4. I want to go as deep as I can in this franchise mode. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry we disappointed you, Seattle fans. I apologize. I'd love to come through next year and bring a Stanley Cup to Seattle, because this year, man, that was just heartbreaking. What do we do? I need a lot of help from you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.